Hey, Dena here. I just came back from seeing the My Little Pony movie, and I saw it with somebody.
Hey, Dena.
Oh, come on!
You want a cupcake?
Thought I was free from the...
Lots of sprinkles.
Thought I was free from the Pennywise impressions.
I'm the clown that Pinkie Pie ordered.
I'm Lee. I think I was the only adult male that was in the theater.
Well, I think another guy was, but he had his kid with him.
Yeah, he had a good excuse. I was there with my kid, the kid at heart, Dena, who just totally, she just adored this movie.
I wouldn't say I adored it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm really tired, so I probably sound less enthusiastic than I normally would. Yeah, I thought the visuals were really great, and I liked the music, and basically it had a really good presentation. I thought the story was just it kind of felt like a really long episode, even though it was more epic than an episode would be. It was maybe along the lines of like, you know, one of the big season finales that the show tends to have. It's kind of on that level story-wise.
I don't have much to add. It was like a 4-part episode, I guess, but with a slightly higher visuals, I guess, than usual, and I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, I thought the animation was beautiful. Oh yeah, those, I don't know how many people watching this watched my little trailer reaction, but I was saying that I hope that they would improve the CG, and I think they did. That airship that I said looked like it was from a PS2 game, I thought it looked a lot better.
Yeah, it looks like it's from a PlayStation 3 game.
I thought it looked better than that, but whatever.
Maybe not.
It didn't stand out like it did in the trailer. So, I guess that's probably it for the non-spoiler section. I think it's safe to say that we...
Spoiled the shit out of this now.
I think it's safe to say that we recommend this. So,
yeah,
okay.
It's a pretty good movie, yeah. I mean, Dena let me know that this was rated PG. I'm like, what? Or is one of the ponies gonna like have a problem and say, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? Just like the kid from Transformers, the cartoon from the '84 movie or something.
Open, damn it, open.
Open, damn it!
Anyway, yeah, the spoilers section is officially started, I guess. Yeah, I felt, I'm not... It's pretty light PG, like it's nowhere near as violent as Transformers the movie, but the rating system has kind of changed. Like stuff that's PG now is a lot, lighter than stuff that used to be rated PG.
Well, I mean, I think it's rated PG just based on Pinkie Pie's reaction when she was bombarding that dude with cupcakes and murdering him.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie had a few moments that seemed to have been cupcakes inspired. I'm not saying it was, but...
It was. Her eyes were just going in different directions while she was machine gunning somebody to death with cupcakes.
Yeah, that's one thing that was really cool about the way the animation was handled, because the characters' faces were a lot more like... Well, I mean, they're pretty expressive on the show, but it was like even more so here. They were very like... I don't know, they were just really expressive, and Pinkie Pie just looked downright insane in a few scenes. Oh, just random thing I thought about. I can't remember if I thought about this during the movie or after, but the main villain, I think, was called King Storm or something. He reminded me a lot of Hades from the...
I believe that's what they were going for. Disney. The entire time I was thinking, is this guy trying to be James Woods from Hercules? Because he's kind of good, but not quite. But yeah, that's totally the vibe I got the entire time. It was like, oh, he's trying to be Hades.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not just me then. I didn't mind that. I thought it was actually kind of funny. I'm like, after a certain point, I'm like, okay, I see where they're going with this character. They maybe could have, like, done a little bit more with him. He didn't really have a lot of screen time or, like, a backstory or anything, which...
he was kind of a doofus anyway, compared to Tempest Storm.
I was about to say Tempest is kind of a more, like, prominent character than he is anyway. I think I probably read too much grimdark fanfiction because I think I was expecting her backstory to be a little darker than it was. And instead it's just like, oh, a bear hit me in the face and knocked off my horn and scratched my eye, and now my friends don't like me anymore.
Well, yeah, it's because you got beat up by an Ursa Minor. What a bitch.
It was an Ursa Minor. I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah.
I remember now that I noticed that, but I had forgotten.
It's like, come on.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised Nurse Minor didn't do a lot more damage than that. That's actually pretty badass that she survived that.
Yeah. Do you like the music?
I think I already said that I liked the music.
Oh, you like the music. I like the music.
Yeah, the music was really good. It wasn't... I was half expecting it to be hit or miss, but it was like some were better than others, but I didn't dislike any of them or anything like that.
I mean, it wasn't rockadoodle. It's like tweedledee, tweedledum, and it was like the lyrics were pretty good in every song, pretty much. So it
yeah,
I'm not one to like cartoon music.
I guess one thing to kind of nitpick about was there were a few scenes where it seemed like, let's solve this problem with a song, and like they'd sing a song and whatever the problem was, it's over by the end of the song. But I don't know, my headcanon is kind of that like that was a montage, and it actually in quote-unquote real life it took longer than what they showed.
Yeah,
I don't know. Just like I'm thinking of that bit with the pirates where it's like they're like, oh, we were pirates, but now we're just delivery people, and Rainbow Dash sings a song about how they need to be awesome, and they're like, okay, we're pirates again.
See, that went where I was not expecting it to go, because usually usually that show seems pretty clever. It's like, yeah, we're pirates now, and at the end they're like, now get out. I'll throw you overboard, because that's the pirate rule.
There you go.
But it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, they actually buddies now?
It actually became nicer after they became pirates.
Yeah, I know. What's up with that? Yeah, I really liked the movie. I did have a few problems, like Twilight being a dumbass.
You're talking about the bit with the sea ponies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was... I can't decide if that's out of character or not. I guess I can see how she was really desperate.
I don't think it's out of character, but I think she's still a bitch for doing it.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. That was pretty dumb.
A lot of deception there. I'm like, the second she said, "Go play with this other pony," I'm like, you can't.
Yeah.
You're not gonna try and go all Solid Snake and try and steal something, are you? Because if you are, I don't know. That seemed to not settle well with me.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
I don't know, but at least they expressed it's like, hey, that's not cool.
Yeah. Oh, I did like the bit where Pinkie Pie chewed her out. I was like, go Pinkie.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it's a movie that's great. It's way past the time where I was a big member of the fandom, I guess. I guess I qualified as a brony. But now I'm just more of a casual fan. It's like, hey, cool, an episode of the Pony Show. But 4 years ago it would have been awesome. But now it's just like it's past its prime, I guess.
Yeah, it was kind of weird how few people there were in the theater. I was not expecting that. I insisted that we leave an hour early because I thought the theater was gonna be packed.
Yeah, she wanted to get her very exclusive 4th row seat that she likes. and turns out there's probably 10 people in that theater, so whoopsie daisy.
Yeah, it wasn't like totally empty, like we were the only ones there, but there were basically only like a handful of people probably. Oh. I know when we got there were only 2 people already.
Oh well, but enough about the box office failure. Talk more about the movie. And talk about how now ponies in bondage is canon.
Okay, I didn't. My mind didn't go there. I was thinking more along the lines of slavery. Oh. That was another. That might have been another reason why it was rated PG. Because I don't know if that would get a PG. No, I think it did. I think that contributed to it. There's a scene where ponies have obviously been enslaved, and they're being led around by chains, and they have muzzles on, and they looked miserable, and it's kind of dark.
No, what made it PG was that cat that seemed like he was out of place for the entire movie. Like he was like some kind of different character design, didn't even belong in that universe.
I don't know about that. I don't know if he looks any more out of place than the Diamond Dogs do.
Oh, the Diamond Dogs! Oh, I didn't even see any Diamond Dogs in there. Yeah. That's a shame, but at least we got to see Derpy, sort of.
Yeah, there were a couple of Derpy sightings, like one near the beginning and one near the end.
Derpy made the save, sort of.
I don't remember that.
Man, they sure did show those spa ponies in chains a lot.
I don't know about a lot. I saw them once.
I saw them at least 5 times, and they were all sad and in their little bondage, and they're like, Can you at least feed us something we haven't eaten in 2 weeks?
Sia was in there probably about as much as I expected. I saw her in the trailer and I'm like, you know, she's only going to be there long enough to sing one song. But they did manage to sneak in a couple more brief scenes with her, so.
Who's Sia? Not Lady Gaga?
That was
I know, she was a
song. Yeah, the singer one.
I figured she shouldn't be a Lady Gaga pony or something.
No,
or...
it's based on Sia, who is a singer.
Oh.
She also did the voice, obviously.
Oh. No, it probably got the PG rating because they tried to bluff that someone had a disease and their parts would fall off, and the beast checked his arms and then grabbed his jaw and then ran away. He actually touched his dick.
Yeah, well, they were showing him from like the waist up, so you couldn't actually see that. You could just tell by the movement of his arms.
You checking?
I was like, did I see that right? But obviously I did, if you did too.
They just, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a off-screen torture. There was a bit where Tempest, she's like the only character's name I remember because I remember her from the trailer. Mm-hmm. But anyway, there was a scene where she's like, tell me where so-and-so, the cat guy, tell me where he is. And then like, it cuts away, but you know, she sent sparks out of her horn, so I suspect that she like electrocuted him and tortured him to get answers, but you know, after they cut the scene.
Yeah, she was pretty mean.
Oh yeah,
cool.
that kind of ruined some headcanons, I think, because I've read some the fandom seems oddly at least based on the fan fiction I've read, it's oddly consistent about the fact that when a unicorn loses their horn, they can't do any magic. And she seemed like she couldn't do normal magic, but she could shoot like sparks and electricity out of her horn stub, so...
I'm so sorry your headcanon got ruined.
I just thought that was interesting. Because I immediately thought of that when I saw her in the trailer. I'm like, oh, there's a unicorn with a broken horn. I wonder if she's not going to be able to do magic. And she sort of can. Actually, I don't know why she even really wanted her horn back. Maybe it was an aesthetic thing.
Nope, she had superpowers and she was really good at kickball. To make up for her memory of not being able to kick a ball with her magic powers. So basically she became the friggin' villain from one of the Lost Arks of Yu Yu Hakusho that was able to kick around an energy volleyball.
What the fuck
Sorry,
are you talking
getting
about?
very vague now. Okay, whatever.
I think you've had a little too much to drink.
Just a tad. I mean, I did just watch a pony movie and our car died because I left the car lights on and the battery died.
That's one of the reasons I'm tired. Yeah, I wanted to record this while it was still fresh in my mind, so...
Yeah. Hey, Dena.
You're running
Would
this
you
into the
prefer
ground now.
That it was the new style, or kind of like The Flash on the TV show, and that this movie kind of came out 3 years earlier when the fandom was a little bit bigger.
It probably would have made more money. Well, of course, I'm already talking about how little money it's gonna make. I don't really know.
$2.
We're seeing it the day before it comes out officially. It kind of came out like a day early here, but yeah, like I said though, the theater was pretty empty, so I don't know if that's an indication of how the movie's going to do overall. But yeah, either way, they probably would have made more money if it came out a few years ago, but it probably, you know, it wouldn't have looked as good.
Too busy making Equestria Girls movie.
But I guess, I mean, I didn't have any complaints about it.
My complaint, there was no Discord.
Yeah, it would
4 out of 10.
My theory is that they've been working on this movie for a few years, and so Starlight Glimmer wasn't in it either, so my theory is that they have been working on it for a few years, and so some of the newer additions to the show weren't included.
Starlight Glimmer had a pseudo cameo in the credits as one of the images that went by.
Did she? I didn't catch that.
I believe so.
Huh.
And I was like, sir, not appearing in this film.
So either that, or it's possible that they just kind of wanted to simplify it so that people who hadn't watched, you know, so they could like reach a broader audience, so that people who hadn't watched the show wouldn't be confused Like they wouldn't wonder who the hell Discord was, for example. I don't know.
Perhaps.
That's just a thought.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically I thought, just to kind of reiterate what I said, I thought the presentation was really great. I thought the animation was beautiful. I loved how the characters looked. Their eyes were like extra sparkly, like the way I draw them, so that was kind of neat. Yeah, the story wasn't like, you know... So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is the storyline wasn't anything special. It kind of felt like one of the bigger episodes. But I still liked it, and I would recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll probably have a lot more to say about it after I've seen it more than one time. Sometimes I have a hard time forming my opinion on a movie after I first see it, which is why I don't do videos like this very often.
I liked it more than all the Equestria Girls movies. Not to say they were bad, but I mean...
Yeah.
God, there's so many.
Well, those don't really feel like movies, you know? That feels like its own series.
True.
They're just like movie-length episodes, which again is kind of what this was like anyway, so... Okay, well, that's it for now. See you next time.